This is
Throwing Shade, where feminasty Aaron Gibson
and homosensual Brian Safi
take a look at the headlines in politics
and pop culture
and treat them with much less respect than they deserve.
Can you handle it?
Did you hear about Manhattan Beach?
Yes, all the sand.
Oh, there's so much sand there right
Beautiful
now.
gold sands.
Do surfers ever say, like, the sand is great right now?
Yeah, they do. They're like, you know what my grandma said? My grandma who accused me of slutting around in Jamaica. Yeah.
Yeah. Aaron Gibson, slutting around in Jamaica.
You know me. I just love to get it on in Jamaica. So my grandma used to be like, when I would go visit her in New Smyrna Beach, she'd be like, I love walking on the sand because it exfoliates my feet.
Well, she's right.
Yeah.
The mysteries and magic of the ocean and its seaside shall ne'er be forgotten, but again in time.
I love Irish limericks.
Thank you.
Is there any other beauty regimen that you get in water besides the Dead Sea?
Yeah,
and
salt
sand?
is very healing for your skin.
Oh, what does it do?
I don't know. It just like it makes you, if you have a cut or something, it heals quicker. It's just supposed to be really good for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have a hole that I've had my whole life. Do you think
Your vagina?
It'll clear it up?
I doubt it.
I need it to seal together.
You know, it is tradition for women when they go in the sea for longer than 20 minutes, their vaginas close up and then they have to go to the hospital and get them reopened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With what?
Just
like
a toothpick. You just like poke little. It's almost like
I see. It's like sewing
needlepoint.
Oh, needlepoint.
It's almost
cross
like
stitch.
needlepoint.
Oh,
yeah.
beautiful.
Needlepoint's what they call my dick.
That's not a bragging.
It's not.
That's
at
not
all.
a bragging.
But
at
you know,
all.
it's important to have nicknames because that means people care.
Did you see that thing about the underwater ballroom? Did you see that picture of the underwater ballroom?
No, but I would love to go there.
It was so beautiful.
What do? You just get in a gown and drown yourself?
No, this is there's a little tunnel on the side of the lake, and then you go down these staircases, and then you go down this hallway, and then you're under the water.
Why did they do that? Just because we're like we're rich and bored
Yes,
and
they were
build
like,
this.
Ooh, I have so much money, I can build a room underwater.
Yeah.
And that back then that was impressive, but now we all know we can
No,
just
now
do that.
people do water slides.
We could build a fucking imaginary glass bridge over the Grand Canyon.
2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Meryl Streep is playing herself in Into the Woods? And I'm actually being serious.
Yes.
Okay. 2, do you think the movie Cake is really a movie or is it just a poster?
I think it's a Photoshop class.
That's it.
Yeah.
She's getting SAG nomination, Golden, and I love her.
When does it come out?
SAG
Does
nomination,
anybody
Golden
know?
Globe nomination. I have no idea, and all I've seen is a poster.
There's no trailer on Apple Trailers.
I don't know what Apple Trailers is.
If you go to Apple QuickTime, you can watch
I don't know what that is.
all the trailers in high def.
No, I'm very much a traditionalist. It was so funny because I remember when Queen Elizabeth was crowned. I remember thinking, like, this is so
Do you
ridiculous.
have a portal to the past in your apartment?
I've lived many rich lives. Cleopatra,
You were
the
Cleopatra.
person and the band from the 90s. I've lived Monica. I've done
Lewinsky?
I've done Elizabeth I.
Did you suck President Bill Clinton's dick?
Can I talk to you for a moment in private?
Yes.
Did she? Oh, she did. I love Monica Lewinsky. I think she got the worst rap in the world.
I ain't hating on her.
Talk about bullying. Why does she still have that dress, though?
Does she still have it?
I heard somewhere that she still has the blue dress. That
You
like
never
she
know
still
when you've
has
got to
it.
sue somebody.
I guess it just seems sort of like, what are you holding on to that
Oh.
for? Are you gonna sell that?
No, I know what it is. You know how Bill Clinton's a vegan now?
I didn't, but
This is the last bit of semen that he had with like animal protein in it.
oh, I see.
You know how like your semen shows you what you've been eating?
Yeah, you're right. Because sometimes that
You
comes out as soft serve, and sometimes it comes out as peas.
Yeah. What were you bringing up Manhattan Beach about for?
I don't know. I really just wanted to talk about my cum.
Oh, good. Well, we check that off the bucket list.
One time
That's
it
on
came
my
out-
anti-bucket list.
You should see me at a farmer's market because it's just so funny. I'm like, people say, "Oh, do you have any, sir, madam,
They don't know
sir,
what gender you are. Okay. Yep.
if I may,
So this is the Renaissance Fair farmers market.
have one slice of tomato?" And then I go, "Sure."
First of all,
First I
I
eat
do
the
believe that's exactly what you look like when you masturbate.
First, I eat the tomato. And they go, but of course not having this slice in front of you. And I go, no, I had to eat it.
I wish you respected my time.
I eat the tomato.
I really do.
And then I eat the tomato and then I go. And then I go, presenting the FAP surprise.
Who
And then
stands
the
around
slice-
waiting for this?
And then the slice of tomato comes out.
Nobody has anything to do on a Sunday afternoon.
And I go, farmer's market, tomato surprise. And I go, $5, please.
At what point do you go to the mental institution?
Do you know that someone very close to me the other day goes, you do Molly. Do you know where I can get any?
I'm sorry, I wanted to get high.
Well, you all remember that I talked about Ass Hunters, that game on Apple a while ago.
how
That was
could
a
I
video
forget?
game that people were
I
really
bought
upset
it
by.
as soon as you told me about it.
So I got a couple emails from people from my past who shall remain nameless. Bob Dole. Basically,
Did he jerk you off with that hand?
He did. He did. It's great. Bob Dole's great because you could just stick your dick right inside that hand where the pen usually is,
Yeah.
and you just move it. And then
Does he or does he not come to your house in a car made of pineapples?
he does.
Okay.
That's him, though, because he's like, get it? And I'm like, Dole, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple notices that basically said,
From
hey,
your past? From people from your past?
No.
Oh, okay.
Someone from Funny or Die
Okay.
said to me, I loved the Ass Hunters thing. I was like, I know. And he was like, but you know, there are some video games that have really wonderful depiction of gay characters, and it might be good to mention some of them. And so Dragon Age is a comedy. Listen, I already have to tell you, I know I'm going to sound to all the gaming fans out there. I know I'm going to sound
Gaming fans?
I know.
It's not even right.
I know I'm going to sound like an idiot, but I think I do have my facts straight, but I know I'm going to sound like somewhat like a mom right now. So Dragon Age has been a huge game around for a long time. They have different installments of it.
How old is he?
So they have a new one out called Dragon Age Inquisition, and this is
About the Spaniards?
no. It features a major character who is gay and a major character who is trans, which is
Really?
like kind of mind blowing because a lot of times
But is it the dragon?
no. So the gay character's name is Dorian, and
Gray?
No, and he is the first exclusively gay party member, which means something in Dragon Age, who has multiple gay and bi romance options and lots of graphic but tasteful sex.
Do they 69 dick suck?
No, but there is a lot of like you can even choose to love make. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
There's
soft,
one,
gentle caressing of the face and genitals?
but one thing that Dorian says to like the guy who's hooking up with is, "Care to inquisit me again?"
Oh,
which means like
put your dick in the
bone.
butt.
Yeah. The trans character is voiced by a woman, Jennifer Hale. The trans character is a male to female, female to male
Right.
transgender. The trans man's name is Krem.
Krem?
Krem. He's the second in command of a mercenary company under the leadership of the Kunari warrior Iron Bull. Merry Christmas, everybody.
That's actually more sane than the thing that you said in the top of the show where you were talking about tomatoes coming out of your dick. That made more sense to me.
So Krem and Bull are having this conversation. Then Krem leaves, and I guess people are confused because they think Krem has a woman's voice. And what follows is Bull having a conversation with some of the other warriors where he says, really good conversation where they have questions about it.
In Kunadar, Krem would be an Akunathlak. That's what we call someone born one gender but living like another.
And Kunari don't treat those Akun people any differently than a real man.
They are real men, just like you are.
What's also really interesting about this game is that the creators of the game, they wanted to make sure they got the whole thing right. They had scripts reviewed by like people in
As you
queer
should
community.
if you're not in the fucking community and you're writing something for them.
And it revealed, I guess,
Hear
I
that?
got this on Kotaku.
Aaron Sorkin?
Yeah. I got this on Kotaku, and they revealed like a lot of,
I never knew how to say that.
I don't even know if I'm right. They revealed a lot of like mistakes they had made early on that then were corrected, and things that sort of were initially maybe offensive that then weren't. And this was really cool. I read this in a comment section. One of the comments said, okay, so I've had like someone who didn't know that this was happening. And he said, okay, I've had like 2 conversations with Krem, but this explains so much. I was awkwardly thinking, wait, he looks like a guy, but he sounds like a girl with a low voice, but he acts like a guy, but I'm confused. And then he goes, dear God, I hope I got all my stupidity out in this game, and I never do that to someone in real life. Which is
That's
great.
beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm never going to play this fucking game, if I can be honest
Too
with you.
bad I already ordered you a PS3 used.
I don't even know what that is.
One controller.
No.
You can't even charge. I don't even know how it
If
works.
someone in a lineup said, pick out the Xbox and pick out the PS3, labels on, I wouldn't be able to.
They say it right on the front. It
Then
says
I'd be-
It says Xbox and the O is like the
Well, which one has the girl whispering?
Oh, PlayStation.
That.
That's PlayStation.
Oh.
It's PS3.
Oh, that's PS.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like,
PS I Love
I
You.
forgot to tell you.
Like the Ellen DeGeneres movie?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what was that called?
Not that. Oh, you're thinking of Speed 2. And she's also in that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she plays Sandra Bullock.
Oh, she doesn't play I thought she was the bus and Sandra Bullock just drove her around.
She plays Sandra Bullock playing Sandra Bullock's character.
Oh.
Meta. Medea.
land of the free, and the home of the last respectable place where you can squirt on film.
What does that mean?
Squirty.
Like with your vagina?
Lady squirts. Yeah. A little beep beep.
Yeah.
All these things that we can just do freely here.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to get in trouble for this.
No.
Not true in stodgy old England.
Oh, really?
Pip pip cheerio.
Yeah.
Get ready to keep your liquids on the inside. Okay, so the Audiovisual Media Services Regulations 2014.
Wow.
This is what they can't do. Spanking, caning,
Okay.
penetration by any object associated with violence, so no gun fucking.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, because you'd never know what's going to be loaded.
Yeah, your gun or your
There's
dick.
only one gun that's loaded around these parts, partner.
Oh, whoa. I love.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're getting back into doing Westerns.
Thank you.
Physical or verbal abuse, regardless of if it's
You
consensual.
bitch. Fuck you, asshole. Right? Like that?
Female ejaculation, can't see that. Face sitting.
Face City.
Face sitting.
Oh, Face Sitting.
No, not Face City, where all the buildings look like famous people.
You can't show any depictions of Face City.
Meet you at the Marilyn Monroe face for hamburgers.
What's wrong with face sitting? I mean, that seems
That's
pretty
the
harmless.
whole thing. That's the whole
Oh.
thing. Face sitting and fisting. And the last three, strangulation, face sitting, and fisting,
I'm going to pass out.
they consider to be life endangering. Okay, so a lot of people were pissed about it because some of these things on here, specifically face sitting and female ejaculation, are directly related to the visual aspect of female pleasure.
Right.
Right? Here's one thing I was actually shocked about. I didn't know there was porn production in the UK. I was very arrogant and I was like, don't they just get this stuff from here and then just overdub it?
Right.
Where there's like, oh, it's a pizza delivery.
It really makes me mad that anyone would step on our turf.
Honestly, because we're doing a really good job. I mean, just the idea of British people having
Yeah.
sex in their snap rim caps
Yeah, eating clotted cream. Just like taking breaks between sucking dick to like chew on a beat.
on a bubble and squeak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting down to their wellies and just having their Irish setter
Yeah,
just look at them fucking.
Yeah, calling vaginas Christmas pie.
Yeah, everything missionary.
Yes.
No thanks. People weren't happy in the UK.
Nor should they be.
Especially about the face sitting and squirting, as I mentioned earlier, because it's particularly anti-female. What's interesting about this is that you notice on this list, there's no guys bukkake on women.
Yeah.
You can still do that. You can be a guy. You can do a dump cum in someone's butt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can come in someone's mouth.
You got
Just
it.
dump all your ice cream cake into someone's mouth. You know what I mean?
Cake?
Your melted ice cream cake. Just dumping it into someone's mouth.
Ew, that'd be so gross. Have you ever seen Chunky cum?
Well, you earlier admitted that yours comes out like
Whole
peas.
Fruits.
So, people were mad. Protesters sat on each other's faces in front of Parliament
You've got to be kidding me.
with their pants on.
No, but still. That's the best protest I've ever heard.
I've
about.
ever heard of. But this is my favorite thing that happened. It's an app that someone made called Squirt Alert. You're just the legs and vagina and the fingertips of a woman who is very well manicured.
Oh, I was about to ask.
Yeah.
Is it French? Is it
Full,
tips?
no, very classic gel nail.
Great.
So your legs are spread like this, and then you're amongst Parliament, you're amongst all these stodgies, and you have to squirt as many of them as you can with your lady syrup, and then that's when you win the game. Oh, you should see it. Have you ever seen a woman jerking off in a video game app that's only available on Android?
The answer was yes until the middle.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
Hmm.
Fuck those people in Parliament, honestly. Because all they do is put on wigs and scream at each other. Why can't a woman get off?
Squirting is natural. I know. My nickname's Little Squirt. I started fighting
It's like
crime.
Slimer just visited.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's more like a jetpack. You know when you go to Mexico and you do that water jet stuff?
Yeah, of course.
It's like that. But I don't wear a water jacket. It's just all squirting.
That's great.
Yeah. So I ride around town on my motorcycle. I fight crime. I squirt out all the street criminals, white collar criminals.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For those of us who haven't, thank you.